Let's get into this reading journal. Stay tuned. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, Planning Serenity, where we plan for serenity. My name is Jessica, and as mentioned, we are gonna get into this reading journal. So, if you are new here, I appreciate you clicking on my video and stopping by. If you are returning, you already know how I feel about you. So, if you are new here, if you're returning, you should know this, but if you were new here, I was heavily about 2 or 3 years ago into audiobooks, more specifically domestic thrillers, psychological thrillers, suspense, all that type of thing. I did have a couple of hard copy books. I kind of sort of built a collection, but didn't really get into hard copy after, immediately after I built my collection. I came across someone that was like, if you've never been able to get into audiobooks and you have like a super busy life, but you still want to read, try listening to your audiobooks on 1.1 or 1.2 speed. Game changer, literal game changer. So a couple of years ago, I would say about, maybe like two and a half, I probably read every domestic thriller known to mankind that's worth reading, because there's some books that it's like not worth it. I'll just put it at that. But I read so many domestic thrillers, like all the Frida McFaddens, all the Lucinda Berry, if you know who Lucinda Berry is, all the did I say Frida? Yeah, I said Frida. Why can't I think? Kirsten Magdalene, all those type of authors. Just went through their entire collection. And then also, of course, there's several that I'm not naming. I didn't start tracking in Goodreads until probably halfway through my reading journey. So I was starting to realize, I'm a digital planner, and recently, as in this month, I just got back into reading, audiobooks, and it's still been a struggle to find domestic thrillers or psychological thrillers that are absolutely not insane that, I want to read per se. So, but I did read quite a few already in July, and I want to start keeping track, and not just in Goodreads, because Goodreads, it's absolutely amazing, absolutely awesome. But I want to, have my own thing, and that's Here We Find Ourselves. So this reading journal is actually by KhloeGeorgeDesigns. However, I Frankenplanned it with another reading journal that I found on Etsy. If you're interested in knowing where this reading journal is from, just comment down below, because honestly, don't get me lying, I got it like a couple of weeks ago, and y'all know I'm good for buying a new planner. So if you're interested, just let me know. But love the aesthetic of it. You already know I love the black and white. The only thing I didn't really like about this is the tabs on the side. I just feel like I got so spoiled with the Hello Gorgeous Volume 3 and my LuxNote planner that I use on a daily basis, that when I used to like this, like last year digital planning, I would have fell in love with this. But now per se, it's not really my style. So, but I absolutely love so many of the templates that came in this reading journal. So I did drag quite a few of them over to Chloe George's reading journal. So as we're going through the reading journal, or I'm making slight updates, I did want to let y'all know that some of the templates you will see did come from this planner. But I'm going to close this one out for now. I haven't deleted it from my Goodnotes yet. I just, I don't know. It's like a psychological thing. All right. So this is the Hello Gorgeous Volume 3 planner by Kristen over at LUXBOOK. And I was like, oh my gosh, she has a book tracker in here. So what I want to do is actually bring the book tracker into Chloe George's reading journal, and I'll show you why in a second. So if we open up the reading journal, I do have tabs of some things I want to work on with you all, but I did make quite a few changes to the reading journal already. And as you can see, this reading journal, way less pages. The other reading journal is like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pages, which is super overwhelming. So I did make some additions, as y'all know, or Frankenplanner additions, and some updates to Chloe George's. So I did bring in these two covers. This one says, the reading journal, a word after a word after a word is power. And that's from that black and white planner I showed you, or reading journal I showed y'all. And then I also brought in this Book Factor. It was another optional cover from that black and white one. And then this is Chloe's cover, but I just covered up the girl down here. I love Chloe's aesthetic, but it's not per se my aesthetic, but she does have some of that, that aesthetic throughout the planner. But I'm definitely going to be adding raw element stickers to like all throughout this reading journal, and I'm super excited to do that. Let me know if y'all want to see that whole process. It'll probably be an ongoing process now that I think about it. But so I did cover up the girl that Khloe had on her cover. And what else? So currently reading, this is the currently reading. It's already decorated. I'm gonna create probably my own currently reading page because I absolutely love this idea, but I don't want to be stuck to using this specific page whenever I do like my currently reading. And then sometimes I read 2 books at a time because they're audiobooks. But anyway, so currently reading, it's y'all, it has been so hard finding a book that I really like can stick to. But so far, I don't know, maybe I'm like 50% of the way done. And y'all, I'll stop reading a book 75% of the way through. Like if it's just not keeping my attention, like, I don't know, like maybe I'll think it's gonna pick up and it doesn't pick up, I'll stop reading. Definitely thought the neighbor was getting their grass cut, but it was a super loud car driving by. I don't know where it came from, but excuse that, skipping the video. What was I saying? I don't know what I was saying. Maybe, yeah, I don't want to look at this every time I'm reading a new book. And then sometimes I do read 2 audiobooks at the same time. But for now, we're going to put what I'm currently reading that I'm like, oh, that's what I was saying. If a book doesn't get juicy enough, well, not juicy because, you know, but if a book doesn't, you know, if it doesn't, I'll stop reading it at honestly 85% done because I just can't. But currently I'm like 50% of the way done in Her Husband's Lie. And I grabbed this screenshot literally just from Google. I think what I'm gonna do is that same car coming back. Can y'all hear it in the background? Absolutely insane. Oh, that wasn't a car. That's one of those big trucks. Okay. I think I'm gonna keep this background instead of pulling the actual book, and I'm just gonna put it over here. I'm probably not even gonna resize it because I did cut off the right side. Let's just cover up that black and white border. And I am like so excited, I'm spitting all over the place. All right, so that's cute. Now, do we wanna make it, I'm feeling like, all right, and I see this photo has like blood drops on it, so I'm actually really interested to see. Well, I'm assuming someone's gonna die in the book. That's like, I don't know, or get seriously injured, but so I love this currently reading idea. As mentioned, I'll probably recreate it and make my own and then stick it in here. So speaking of sticking things in here, let's see. So I absolutely love the bookshelf that she has. I love the shadow behind it, all that good stuff. Also for her bookshelf, each, let me turn it on. Each bookshelf or book in the shelf leads to a book review. Now, speaking of the book review, it's a cute format, but it's not my favorite. You see, she has like one of her little doodles down here. I want to get into like more like book journaling and like, I don't know. I've been seeing so many videos and literally obsessed. I think the Dominating Teacher actually, Lynn over at the Dominating Teacher, I think she actually showed us one. Don't get me to lying, but I've been seeing so many of them lately, and I do want to get, like I said, instead of just a generic book review, I want to do like the design type of thing. So I also brought in, this is a book review from the black and white reading journal. So instead of using this all the time, I may use this. And as you can see, it still has the hyperlinks on the side, and it has the book review up here. And I will show y'all how I did that. Oh, I also brought in a did not finish behind the bookshelf, the monthly reads, the yearly tracker from the black and white planner, which I absolutely love. Book of the month, super duper love this one. Now these parts at the top, I will be covering those up. Those were just brought in, and I'll show y'all an example. Maybe not, because I don't think I'm bringing anything else in from the black and white planner, but we are gonna bring some stuff in from Hello Gorgeous Volume 3. I don't know what I just did, so let's go to the tab. So what was I trying to show y'all? TBR shelf. Oh, I covered this up. Let me turn the pen off. I covered this up because it wasn't my favorite, because it already had pre-designs on it. Without the designs, I would have, oh, now that I think about it, this looks just like the regular bookshelf. So I could just use that bookshelf as the TBR shelf. But as y'all can see, I did bring this over from that black and white journal, which I actually think this is really cute. Now, I don't want it so large now that I'm looking at it. So what I'm gonna do is just take a white screenshot and throw it in the background. Oh, and I also need to crop out the 1 through 30 that was included on that page. So let me just blow this up, arrange, send to back, and then I'll crop this out to crop that 1 through 30 out. And then we'll make it like nice and dainty like I like it. Okay, so we have our TBR shelf. Now, what I'm gonna do is delete that. That was the other page of the TBR shelf. So she had 2 side by side, but I'm actually going to copy all of this if it wants to. All right, we're gonna copy all of this and then just paste it over here. I love that shadow though. Now, to see if the sizing is correct, just to like line it up there, we need to move it down a tad bit. Okay, that's cute. So that is our updated TBR shelf. If it wants to, let's swipe and swipe over. Really? All right, okay, there we go. Y'all know Goodnotes, it's not always good to us. So, all right, back to that so I can swipe like this. Okay, so TBR shelf, that's what it's looking like. As mentioned, the book review, I'll probably, what? Wait a second, I don't know why I put that in book review. Hold on. How did that get, how are we even down here? Okay. But I'm pretty sure I had it at the top. I don't want to move it. Yeah, I did have it here. Okay. I think we may have jumped there with one of the hyperlinks. Let me see what else. All right, so the quick book review, which is a completely different section. This is what Chloe's looks like, but I'm thinking I want to pull in this as a quick book review because you have the book, title, author, start and finish date, my review, and then the stars. So I kind of like this format. So what I'm gonna do is just open this in a new window, and then we'll pull this up. And this is the first quick book review page because, let's see. Oh, I put one of these here. I put one of these here, right? Isn't this a screenshot? I know I'm not tripping. I know I'm not tripping. This is not Chloe's book review, so why isn't it selecting? Do y'all see this? Okay, well, Goodnotes, here we find ourselves. Anyway, just to show you how I pull another template over a template. Literally, you have to be in thumbnails. You can't be in bookmarks or else it won't work. So you do have to be in thumbnails and literally just drag it over and there you have it. So I'm gonna size this one really quickly. Let's see, crop. I will probably have to play with the height and the size unless I keep that down long and then take that out. Yeah, I'll have to play with the height and the width or just drag a, put a screenshot behind. What am I looking for? Crop. Put a screenshot, a white screenshot behind it just to keep it dainty. But for now, we'll put it like right here, but I need to either cover up book tracker or crop it out. So we have our quick book reviews there, which it's still not working. What in the world? But y'all know this isn't Chloe George's design. So the fact that it's not like lifting up off of her page is kind of weird, but all right. So I pulled that one over and then there's something else I wanted to switch over here. I think it was this one, the new releases. Yeah, so this format wasn't my favorite. So I did pull the new release in list format over, if you can see, new releases in list format from that black and white planner and put it on Chloe's template. But this isn't my favorite and it's basically J through D for January through December, and it's a notebook for each month for the new releases for the month. But instead of using that, what I was thinking is to continue with the aesthetic of things that I've been adding, but also there's a yearly planner from, this is from Hello Gorgeous Volume 3. I think we're done with that. But there's a yearly planner that I already brought over from the black and white planner. I just don't remember what page I put it on. All right, so if we're gonna keep this nice and dainty, oh, no, we don't. I was gonna say we may have to do a white screenshot, but that looks good. All right, so there's a, where did I put that one? Oh, I think it under faves of all time. Yeah, I put it here. No, this is this Chloe's? I don't think that's Chloe's. These are all favorite thingamajigs that I pulled over though, except for my library. I don't know why that's there. Y'all, just bear with me. What? Do y'all see that? You probably can't see it because you probably can't see the thumbnails, but it's not clicking on what I want it to click on. All right, well, let's go to, what? Y'all, Goodnotes is tripping. Goodnotes is tripping. All right, well, let's go to my bookshelf. And I mean, it can't be the first book because I've read about, I don't know how many I've read this month. Let's see. This month I've read, Hemlock was a pretty good one actually. Y'all see a lot of these I didn't even rate because I was just over it. Like it's so hard for me, since I've read all the good books in my opinion, it's so hard for me to find a good book that's just like, oh my gosh, I absolutely love. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, so 12, 3, 6, 9, 12. So technically this one would have to go here, but actually let's grab, I think I have another image. Yeah, this is a blurry image, but since we're shrinking it down, it shouldn't matter. So y'all, Goodnotes is like, it's just not. It is literally just not. Like, that's all I can say. All right, so we're gonna attempt to put this book here because this is the 13th book we've read this month. And we're just gonna size it in the square, or attempt to. Is that taller? Yeah, that was taller. Okay. Not bad. All right, and then as mentioned, these are hyperlinked to the book review, which I don't know how this is on this page. So, but when I try to move this stuff, I don't know what's happening. Like, this is cropped onto here. So the fact it's not letting me move it is absolutely insane. So I'll have to fix that, but I'll do a book review on that if I make it through. If I don't make it through, then it's gonna go on the did not finish list. There was something else I wanted to do. I added that. Honestly, Goodnotes is just not working right now, so this is just gonna have to be it for today's video. But I'm super excited to get into this reading journal. As mentioned, trying to get back into reading, but I just have a specific genre that I love, and I feel like I've read everything in that genre. So I don't know if y'all have any hidden gems in the domestic thriller, psychological thriller, those type of books, please drop them down below. And I mean like a hidden gem, because I swear I've read, like I said, I swear I have read everything that you could probably read in those categories that's, you know, worth it, or like that's really, really out there and just not hidden. But again, here we find ourselves. We're still gonna have fun nonetheless, and I'm just gonna make it a challenge for myself. Oh, speaking of challenges, I did add some challenges to, well, we'll come back to this. We'll come back to this because there's a lot to show you in this reading journal and things that I added, so we will definitely come back to it. If you are new here and you made it to the end of the video, I genuinely appreciate you. Please drop a blue heart in the comments if you are new, and if you like what you're seeing, a like and subscribe would be absolutely awesome. If you are returning, please drop a brown heart in the comments, like this video as well, and I will see all of y'all in tomorrow's video. Bye!